Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thought I'd try doing a little Facebook Live. It's been a while, and I know I've been MIA from the live stream, so hopefully the signal gods cooperate with us and maintain this virtual tethering of minds, building a temporary global network mediated by this technological wormhole where mind-to-mind communication is occurring. So many things happening at once. My synapses firing, words coming out of my mouth, a symbolic language that reflects my inner world, mediated in real time into my phone, which in real time turns into digital signals, which get sent through the LTE signals of AT&T around the world to whoever feels like tuning in right away in real time. So here I am employing technologies of media to disseminate memes, to disseminate enthusiasm, passion, and a tune-in notice for my new series, Origins, The Journey of Humankind. So I'm in New York City, riding around, promoting the show. This morning I went on AOL Build, which you guys should check out if you haven't. And today I am with my trusty companion, our publicist for the day. Say hello.
What's up?
So we have right now 900 folks who are engaging with us as we chronicle this journey into PR land. And I was just having a conversation with him about our shared love of disseminating ideas, and he might be starting a podcast soon.
Very true.
Anyway, guys, what's been going on? Go ahead and hit share on this video. I have an announcement to make. I'm going to be going to London tomorrow morning to, I guess, do the press launch for the global release of Origins. Origins, The Journey of Humankind is going to be on National Geographic, 171 countries. So we're spreading some awe on the TV networks. Very excited about that. So I'll be in London. I'm also going to be going to Cannes in the south of France for a television event that's going on there. We're going to be hosting a roundtable with a bunch of media for Origins in the south of France. After that, I'm going to give a keynote speech in Amman, Jordan. Not sure how many of you out there, Shots of Awe fans, there are in Amman, but I know they're selling tickets to the event. I'll be in Amman. It'll be very exciting. I'm going to definitely go see the Dead Sea. I'm going to definitely go see Petra, relive my Indiana Jones childhood. Maybe I'll find the Holy Grail. You guys remember Indiana Jones, the end of the Last Crusade? That was shot in Petra. Anyway, working on some new Shots of Awe as well. After Jordan, I'll be in Amsterdam, and I'll be in Amsterdam with the usual crew, Mr. Ben Jacobson and Mr. Jason Goodman, and we're going to be riding bikes and getting inspired and making media and making content and sharing inspiration and disseminating memes and externalizing the contents of our mind, and it's going to be awesome. Anyway, what are you guys doing? What are you guys thinking? What's going on in your mind and your heart and your spirit? What have I been thinking about? I'm working on two exciting videos that I've been working on for several months. We're releasing them in April and May. One of them is about the psychotherapeutic use of psychedelics. A lot of the research in Johns Hopkins University, NYU, Imperial College of London, where they're taking people who are suffering from treatment-resistant depression, end-of-life anxiety, and basically giving them psychedelics in a highly controlled environment, tuning in the signals that come in, and willingly inducing a mystical experience. Now, for those of you who don't know, a mystical experience is a transformative experience that's characterized by feelings of the sacred, by feelings of connecting with the divine, by feelings of transcendence of time and of space, by feelings of bliss and gratitude and grace, by feelings of ineffability where you can't quite put it into language, feelings of paradoxicality where you're holding multiple perspectives in mind at once, and finally feelings of the noetic, this belief, this primordial, this intuition that what you're experiencing in these transformative moments is of a deeper truth than the everyday literal grid in which we live. So essentially, you transcend the mundane, you move beyond the been there's and done that's of the the adult mind, and you finally gawk in amazement at the ubiquitous everyday wonders that you're culturally disposed to ignore. So again, you transcend the day-to-day, you have your dance with God, you lick the moon, whatever the fuck it may be, and you come out of it transformed, expunged, satiated, on the most metaphysical level possible, like a great film or a pop song that gives you the chills behind your neck, your hairs stand up, and you're like, holy shit, I am connected with something larger than myself. And when that happens, my friends, it's grace, it's grit, it's bliss, it's gratitude. Okay, I'm already exhausted. Share your comments, share your thoughts, share this video. I can only do these if you guys share them. It creates a feedback loop. It tells me make more because I know you want more. What else is going on? After Origins, I'm not sure what comes after that. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Just being real, folks. In May, I have a couple of speeches. There will be one in Dallas. There will be one in Orlando in May. There will be one in Cancun. I'm also going to be at the TED conference at the end of April in Vancouver. So that'll be freaking awesome. And then in October, I'm doing a tour in Canada. So I'll be giving speeches in Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal. I've put announcements on the internet where you guys can buy tickets, but that's all the way in October. So we got time, we got time, we got time. Check out the view, guys. New York City. New York City. The city that never sleeps. It's been crazy. I was like back and forth to Los Angeles like 4 times, finishing Origins in LA, coming to New York to do press, going back to LA to do pickups for Origins, and coming back to New York to do press. Did you guys see me on Live with Kelly Ripa? That was a total trip. I got to guest co-host Live with Kelly, like huge, crazy morning show, and it was a totally surreal experience. But she made it fun. So if you haven't checked that out, you can probably Google it. That was my my foray into the mainstream of American television. Definitely a surreal experience. And I'll definitely be posting the AOL Build interview later today as well. There you go, man. Look, we still got 700 folks.
Look at that.
I love that. I've been doing a lot of these Facebook Lives, not on my phone, but I've been doing like media for Origins on other people's Facebook Lives. Like yesterday we did sci-fi, and today we did a guy called Dr. Nandi. And those were great. But I am committed to showing the PR team at Nat Geo that you guys, my community right here on Facebook, these direct Facebook Lives get much more engagement, euphoria, and shares than these other Facebook Lives I've been doing. So it's up to you guys to share this video. The more views we can generate, the more I can dedicate my time to doing this direct, unmediated relationship with you guys, this direct beaming of the minds, this super organism of multiple minds connected together digitally in this fashion is what I want to do. And it's up to you guys to participate in this. So every time you hit like, every time you hit share, you create more incentive for me to open up these wormholes and stream my consciousness. Mind streaming. Should we call it mind streaming? Slip streaming? Streaming of the minds instead of meeting of the minds? How about that? I like that. Streaming of the minds to arrive at the edge of the world's knowledge, to gather the world's most interesting minds, to put them together in a room and to have them ask each other the questions they've been asking themselves. Streaming of the minds. That's the pilot. Let's just pitch it directly to Facebook. What else is going on? Are you enjoying this? I feel you chuckling. Give me your PR insight.
We're pitching this to Facebook. We're going to do Streaming the Minds. It's going to be a hit show.
There
not
you
only
go.
on Nat Geo, but on like all the major channels.
Will you come and guest co-host from time to time?
Guest co-host.
I
thought this was a me and you hosting thing together.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're welcome anytime. Obviously, I mean, I want to be able to incorporate my friends and people I collaborate with to come and mind jam with me. So
I would be honored.
There you go. He's gonna go start his podcast. Hold him to it. Hold him to it.
And he's gonna join me on that too. Hold him to that.
I'll promise to be a guest on it. What else is going on? What else have I been thinking about? Oh yeah, so my friend, his name is the Nerd Writer, Evan Pushak. He does my favorite YouTube channel ever, the Nerd Writer. He was interviewed recently in Impact Theory, the podcast, and he said that trauma, that nervous breakdown, that the collapse of character was when the story that we tell ourselves about ourselves is no longer convincing. Now, as you guys are intuitively aware, human beings are narrative beings. This whole idea of identity, this whole idea of character, this whole idea of who we are, the story we tell ourselves about ourselves. We're essentially authoring and transcribing a narrative in real time. We're the screenwriters of a movie that we're the stars of at the same time. And that story is something that we have to invest in. Character is a vital construct, or Ernest Becker calls it a vital lie. In other words, it is a house of cards. It is a virtual reality like all cultures. It is a framework of mind. But virtual realities like dreams do not lack veracity. They don't lack reality because they're real patterns of information. So it's a necessary illusion. It's an illusion that we need to invest in. And so when people have nervous breakdowns, when people have anxiety and depression, that running narrative, it's like a cancer of the running narrative of the mind. It's when the story you tell yourself about yourself is no longer convincing. It's when you can't reinforce the vital lie that is human character. Why do we need this vital lie? Why is the lie? Why is the construct? Why is the house of cards that we call human character so important? Well, because without it, what are we left with? A much more depressing narrative that we are naked apes breathing pieces of defecating meat destined to die and ultimately no more significant than a lizard or a potato. I mean, in the face of mortality robbing us of everyone we care about, we have no choice but to create narratives that allow us to transcend our animality, narratives that allow us to move beyond the fact that we have a heart-pumping, breath-gasping, decaying body. We fancy ourselves as gods. We engender ourselves as something more than mortal. We rely on these narratives as tetherings to keep us sane from the fundamental incongruity of mortal creatures who dream of immortality. In other words, the naked condition, the naked human condition without our character defense mechanisms is unfucking bearable. Okay? So we need to invest in these larger structures like culture, like perhaps religion, like even the scientific method. Invest in something larger than ourselves. We have no fucking choice. So I'll leave you with that. I love you. Good evening. Please share this video. Please tell your friends, and we'll do more of these in the coming days. Thanks for tuning in. I love you. Good night.